we're all kind of aware of the stories of what happens, on day one, and they're about to leave, their knowledge is about to leave. And so the performance risk of the first 3 to 6 months is probably at its highest when the learning curve becomes real. The data room that you dove into, the Q&A, the meetings, and all of that can take you so far, but the lived experience is something completely different. And many times buyers enter this without a real grasp on that reality, right? And so they immediately realize they bought a job and they just replaced the founder who had a hell of a lot more knowledge. So, why listen to me? Good question for my wife as well, probably on days, but I do speak to dozens of small business owners every month. And while I run a staffing firm, more staffing, I'm also an operator. I'm an operator of a holdco of two e-commerce businesses, three service-based businesses. I have experience integrating acquisitions within corporations, so I'm very kind of appreciative of the sensitive nature of the transition of the finances, obviously the scope, but also the people and the cultural aspect. So I'm also working on a local incubator where we're partnering with small businesses in the region, great at being out in the field, but there's opportunities for them to kind of leverage offshore and AI to do what they do best. And so I think that gives me a viewpoint into your worlds or the worlds that you're about to enter. And we're doing this through the lens of the staffing company because that's where we deliver this value. I'm looking forward to diving in. So let's go back to the seller. The seller was everything, right? What does that mean? And I think it's important to even call those things out so that you have kind of the framework and the buckets of solutions that need to be in place to kind of service those. But all of the ops, QA if it's a consumer facing site, strategy, the relationships, the years of being in the community, integrating with a client base, all of this is in one person. And yes, there may be a support team, but usually escalations, firefighting, all of that is just kind of falling into like one person, which has been a blocker to establishing processes over time, right? And so there's no documentation, no redundancy, there's no scalable infrastructure. And the thesis that you have in purchasing this business is that there's value to be added to this business by implementing those.